Welcome back. So now we're just going to talk about marketing funnel. And if you know a little bit about marketing, you probably understand what a funnel means. But if you don't, I'm going to show you what it means or tell you what it means. Um, One thing I would say is don't ever be afraid to get creative with your marketing. Mike Volb says don't be afraid to get experimental or creative with your marketing. We were talking about guerrilla marketing tactics before and how it does require a lot of creativity and like leaning into the imagination of your clients. But marketing should not be rigid, if you know what I mean. It shouldn't just be, oh, this is the only way that it should be done. There's several other ways. People are very like I said, multifaceted and very complex combinations of different things, experiences, values, knowledge, stories. So it's important to get as creative as you can with your marketing. Now, marketing funnels are traditional tools that all marketers use, right? The marketing funnel contains the stages that the customer takes on the way to purchasing your service or your product. And the funnel may vary slightly, but there are basic stages in the funnel that remain the same. And these stages are awareness, interest, desire, and action. Awareness, interest, desire, and action. People call it ADA or IDA, whatever way you like to call it. So let's talk about the awareness stage. The first stage of the marketing funnel is awareness. And this is the stage where the consumer is first exposed to your product. There are different ways that a customer can become aware of a product. For example, word of mouth creates awareness as well. And other methods include they discover you through communications, they discover you through successful marketing. Awareness can lead to the next stage of the funnel, and which is why you must do everything that you can to ensure that awareness is always a positive experience. That stage, they always get a positive experience in that stage. Pleasant shopping experiences will create positive word of mouth. Effective marketing will generate positive attention, right? The next stage in the funnel is interest. That's the second stage. When awareness is positive, interest will develop. And this occurs when the customer actively shows interest in your product. And there are specific strategies that will help develop interest and move the customer along to the next stage of your funnel. Specifically, you need a value proposition for your product. And we talked about that. You need to know what makes you unique and stand out from your competitors. So create a value proposition. Advertise your benefits, show advantages over competition, show how it will solve problems. And when you successfully engage interest, customers will be able to reach the stage of desire, right? And once a customer has developed interest in a product, the desire for your product will not be far behind. At this point, customers aspire to own the brands that they are interested in. They want to be so part of your family. And the key to establishing desire is convincing customers that the brand will satisfy their needs and give them the outcome that they desire. And this is a good time to offer incentives and samples. Try providing demonstrations that allow customers to see firsthand how your service will fit their needs. If we wanted to use Apple for example, Apple allows customers to try using computers and phones and tablets in their stores. And once customers experience desire, it's easier to convince them to take action. And then that takes us now to the last stage of the funnel, which is action, right? Action occurs when the customer actually purchases or buys the product, and customers must be led to take action by the marketer. And there are different methods to improve the odds of the customer taking action. And these methods, we call them calls to action. Calls to action may be coupons or subscriptions or asking them to send you a DM or asking them to subscribe to your newsletter, subscribe to your membership site. Different things you can ask them to do. All right. In the digital world, these calls come in form of banner ads, social interaction, um, And if you don't include calls to action, it's a marketing mistake. It's a chief marketing mistake. When you're using a marketing funnel, you must have a call to action. Once a customer accepts the call to action, usually the buying is almost always guaranteed. All right. So we speak further